lot of fun this year. When I sat down with my family last year and we sat over and we talked about running for this seat, one of the first things we said was that if we're going to do this, we weren't going to do it without any regrets. We were going to work really hard, and we weren't going to pretend we're anything that we weren't. We run a positive campaign. We're incredibly proud of that.
Yes, sir.
When we started this campaign, we talked about three things: the economy, energy issues, and Iraq. And because of that, because we talked about those issues, and because we put it at the forefront, we went from where I think everyone said that this guy's running against the who's who of the Democratic Party, nice guy, not much of a chance. We excited and energized a group of folks in this state that have not been involved in politics in a very long time, and we're ready to have some people step up and talk about having candidates with real-world experience running for office. And just like that, we were shot out of a cannon, and tonight we almost did it. I would like to congratulate Shelley Pingree, the presumptive Democratic nominee. I will support her, campaign for her. She's a fantastic candidate, and we're going to have a really strong nominee to go forward. But I would also like to say that I'd like to thank all of you. There are a lot of people in this room tonight. I'd say about 90% of you haven't been involved in politics before. And we made a difference. We really elevated the debate in this campaign. We talked about important issues, and we worked really hard. And I'd like to thank all of you for coming. I would like to thank my staff. Emily Boyle was the first person that I hired. She said, well, you've got to hire somebody from Bowden too, so we hired Matt Martin, who did a phenomenal job. And then one day this kid from Bates walked in and said, what are you doing about veterans? And Connor Hurley showed up to run our veterans club. And then Monica Castellanos very graciously took a leave of absence from Congressman Mike Mishu's office to run our field operation, and she was phenomenal. And about a year ago, I was talking to Ed McCursey, and he said, have you talked to this guy named Tom Genendo who used to work in the Clinton White House? And I said, no. So after I called him about 20 times and he never returned my calls, I said, how about a beer? And we started talking over the course of the year, and he started out saying, I'm never going to get involved in politics again. And then he said, you know what, I'm going to take a leave of absence and be your campaign manager, and we would not be in this spot if it wasn't for Tom. We had a tremendous amount of supporters and volunteers for this campaign, and I will not mention any because I will leave out many if I do. But I want you to know how much it means to me, the volunteers who ran the phone banks, who went door to door, the people who called people, the people who went to get absentee ballots. Phenomenal. Thank you so much. Thanks for all your work. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Adam.
Next, I'd like to thank my family, on both sides of the family, and the friends Scarborough side, 16. My Pepe had 16 brothers and sisters, my Meme had 11, and we have a lot of cousins now in York County, and everyone worked really hard in this campaign. My mother's side from Scarborough, my dad and my mom, thank you so much for this. And the rest of the family, thank you all. And finally, and most importantly, I was the only candidate in this race that had 3 kids under 3. A 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, and an 8-month-old, and a very, very supportive wife at home. Paulina and I were dating for 6 months when I said, I think I'll join the Army. 4 months. And then I went to Bosnia. And then I got back from there, we got engaged, and then I went to Iraq several years later. Got back, we had a 5-month-old daughter, we've had 2 since then, and she has been my rock and my inspiration, and would not be here without your support, so thank you. Lastly, I want to thank all of you that supported me in this campaign. We had a phenomenal race. We shocked a lot of people. We really did. And and we said going into this, we all said going into this that we love this state. We love this state. Pauline and I are raising a family here. We're born here, raised here, and we wanted to be a part of the change. We wanted to be a part of making a difference for the state and a difference for this country. And win or lose, you know what, I think we did that. I know we did that because I went to Augusta today, I went to Gardner today, I went to Freeport today, I went to Biddeford, Saco, Sanford. And everywhere I went at the polling places, the people looked at me and they said, we have a stack this big of unenrolleds that registered as Democrats today, and we think it was to vote for you. So, that's important. That's important because it's getting people to realize that the Democratic Party is a party of change in this country. The Democratic Party is the party that's going to lead this country forward after a rough 8 years that we've had. And I hope they stay as Democrats because this is a Big Ten party. And we brought a lot of people in. This campaign brought a lot of people into the party. A lot. I want to thank you all for your support. We're going to stay up late tonight because we haven't slept for a week anyway, so we're starting out. And we're going to have a lot of fun. So thank you all. Thank you all for coming, and thanks again for all your support. We really appreciate it. Take care. Thank you.